Hey, welcome back to RVing for Good here at RV Newsnet on RVNN.TV. We are back, but Delbert and Linda have flown the coop, at least temporarily, and with us is Mike Neff. Mike is the camp director for Camp Ithiel down in Gotha, Florida. Welcome to RVing for Good, Mike.
Thanks, Dave. Glad to have your show beaming from Gotha, Florida.
There you go. We're beamed direct. It's a coast to coast hookup is what we've got going on here. Yeah.
Cold.
Camp Ithiel has been had a relationship with the soup organization for a while, haven't you? How long has that been going on?
Over 10 years. They're looking for locations to send volunteers in Florida, and they had one in Brooksville that filled up, and they spilled over to us, so we're glad for that spillover.
It's amazing that there are so many folks that want to volunteer their time in RVing, but maybe it's not so surprising, especially when like soup is oriented towards around retirees who still want to kind of use their life skills and keep on going as long as they can keep on going, and this seems to be a wonderful opportunity.
That's true. I think there's probably a number of people out there that have time to give, and Soup's one vehicle to plug people in. So I'd encourage people to try that excellent program. Lots of opportunities all over the country.
You actually, it became an important enough program to you that you put in essentially built an RV park specifically for the volunteers right there on the grounds.
That's right. The volunteers built the facilities right there on the ground. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
they're the ones that helped put the campground in, and then they're the ones that suggested the full hookups.
Yes.
And suggested how to do it, and also made donations to pay for it. So all volunteer based. Great addition to the camp. Get a lot done every winter because of that.
Now, early in the show, in the series here, we saw you out there working with the canoes, getting canoes all prepped up and ready for this camping season. But you, as camp director, you must wear an awful lot of hats. I mean, everything from directing the camp and dealing with campers when they're there and paperwork. It must be a pretty big job.
Yes, there's always something to do. Sometimes you have to just do what you can, and definitely helps to have volunteers come so you can delegate. A lot of our volunteers have a variety of gifts, so if we can match the gift with what needs done, then we can get a lot done. And if I just have to be a little intentional to not do too much myself.
I see.
Otherwise, I could do a lot of canoeing and a lot of fire building and a lot of painting, but it's good to delegate. It's great to have help to do that.
That's true. You you don't always have all the expertise for every one of those jobs either, right?
Oh, that's for sure. Now you can research and find out enough to be dangerous, and I'm sure if we got a couple of volunteers together, between the 3 or 4 of them, they could figure out how to do it. I know Delbert was involved in one project that I think we had 5 volunteers trying to fix one pressure washer, but they all celebrated when they accomplished and repaired it.
That's true. I mean, it's sort of like it's like putting a man on the moon, essentially, right? When you finally conquer a mechanical job like that, especially as a team, it's got to be a great feeling.
I hadn't thought of it that way, but you're right. I know that putting a man on the moon involves some life and death things, and fixing the pressure washer was a minor thing, but we can still celebrate and enjoy each other's company while we're doing it. That's what makes it special.
That's true. So what's next for you? The volunteers, Delbert and Linda are taking off, but that's not the end of the volunteering at the camp right now. Is that correct? Am I right?
Right. We'll have some couples that'll continue through till about Easter time. Then folks begin to travel home. And then we'll go through a transition where we'll go through a volunteer withdrawal, and we'll miss everyone and await the summer staff to come at the end of May. And then college students and high school students will join us for the summer, and that'll take us through till the end of August. Then we'll go through withdrawal again until our soup and winter volunteers come back.
Okay, so the soup is primarily a kind of it's a winter and a fall and winter, early spring kind of arrangement for the most part.
I believe soup is year-round, However, the interest in coming to Florida in the summer is quite low.
Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah, but your summer crew is usually not SOUP volunteers. It's more the college and the that crowd, that group.
That's right. We would love to have some SOUP volunteers in the summer. I know one of our couples goes to Minnesota in the summer, so good for them.
Okay,
but we understand it's pretty hot here in the summer, so I can understand the attraction of coming in the winter.
Right, right. Well, that's true. But there's no end of but you always need them again in the fall.
That's right, because in the summer we're busy with our program. Our kids are our priority. We're focusing on them and the faith enrichment that they're undergoing, and the little things that we notice that need to be done that can wait until the winter, while we put on the list and do that. We just wait for the volunteers to come and take care of those things. Because in the summer it's all about the kids and their faith development while they're here. They're usually here a week from Sunday to Saturday. It's quite consuming, and so as it should be. And things like painting a windowsill can wait, but if we notice it, we put it on the list.
Yeah. Well, it's so the summer is the list building time. In other words, that list grows as the summer progresses, I'm sure.
It does.
We've been consistently putting up information for those who are interested in the SOUP organization. So, Camp Ithiel is not the only SOUP location that is a potential volunteer opportunity. It's certainly at the right time of year. It's got to be one of the nicest. And of course, again, they've got the full hookups down there and that sort of thing. But it's not a picnic. It is work. But it's work that needs to be done. You folks get a lot out of the volunteers.
Yeah, it's definitely a plus to come because you're part of a community of other volunteers. You've got that support group around you to guide you and to help you and to have fellowship with and fun with. And then we just have to be intentional and take time to visit your relatives or attractions in the area. And pace yourself.
That's certainly one of the advantages of that area, of the area that you're in. Not only is it a great volunteer opportunity, but there's a lot of stuff to do in the off time as well. Well, thanks for being with us, Mike, with this episode of RVing for Good. Again, folks, watch your screen. You'll see information about the SOUP organization and also how to contact the show. We will be right back with more from RVing for Good in just one moment. Thanks for being with us, Mike.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to RVNN.TV and click on the Angie's List ad.